Well, well, well. It isn't the Killer Squad manager. How are you doing today?
Feeling great, feeling good. Thank you.
I'm sure you're feeling great. Some managers are slipping down the table, meanwhile, you're climbing up, you know? So we're not going to talk about those other managers. We're here to talk about you. All right. So tell us, um, what are your transfers for this upcoming game week and why?
Um, Honestly, very simple. I'm actually planning to roll this game week. I just I want to have two transfers in the bank moving forward. After that, just keep making one transfer per week and sort of build up to my game week 16 shift, fixture shift, seeing if I can actually plan ahead for that. Having two transfers per week, so just want to get that in the bank and then just use one each week. And then when I need to use the two in the game week, I'll use those two. Plus, I just feel like after this international break, it is going to be good having two transfers. Yeah.
Thanks.
Mr. Killer Squad. A lot of the FPL community haven't been too chuffed with Game Week 11. Some have deemed it as the worst game week, but I see you had a stellar game week. Tell us what you think. Or was this the worst game week for FPL managers, or it was just the worst for some individuals and pretty much a good day at the office for you?
Well, for me, hey, it was just another day at the office for me. Honestly, I've been on the up for a while now. So I don't really have bad game weeks. I don't know what those things are. People had what they call bad game weeks. In my opinion, for them, I guess it is the worst, in history. For me, it's really just another bad day. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm just doing my job.
Killer Squad manager, you are so confident in your 41 points that you got. I mean, it's really got your ego up there, up in the clouds after just a 41-point haul. Yes, it's one of the highest, but do you really think you did that well? Really? I mean, can you see this team of yours actually taking you up further than where you are? Can you catch up to I don't want to really brag about this manager, but for instance, Chaps' team, the bandwagon 11 manager, can you really catch him with this team? I mean, that got you 41 points.
Very great question there. Very great question there. Well, I've been saying this from the beginning of the season. It's all part of the plan. I've been catching up to him, honestly. Really not far as it is right now. Every now and then he thinks he's got an advantage on us, and then next thing you know, right behind him. And he's used his wild card. I haven't. I've just been taking my decisions, my pace, bit by bit. Very much got like the following game weeks planned out, and I'm also very much able to adapt, So like I say, for me, honestly, like I'm, call me the person who sees the future. I see the road, and at the end of this season, I see him behind me in the league table. Each game week, I'm gaining points and points over the people above me. The Ndlela brothers tried to get me, but now I'm on top of them. I'm in top 4, and top 3 soon, and then eventually number 1. Yeah.
No, Killer Squad. No, that's great. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still in game week 11, going to game week 12. I'm just really hoping that your climb will be gradual and there won't be a big fall. But anyway, I just want to find out, let's feed off your energy and your positivity, since you did say you can see the future. Now, tell me, for game week 12, who would you rate as the good punt for the next game week?
Honestly, in a very strange way, I think Trippier is someone I'd really love to bring into my team, despite the heavy injury to the Newcastle backline. Looking at the fixture with Bournemouth, they're going to be coming at Newcastle, and Newcastle will peg them back. Newcastle's attack is still very much there. Plus the players that they've got on rotation will be ready and available, and they're very much good. Lewis Hall, Livramento, and I think once they've got them pegged back, I think Trippier will actually have a lot of balls coming in to those strikers, and they'll punish them. They'll punish them. I think that for me is the fixture and the real game. To take them to.
Thanks.
I'm gonna ignore your previous delusional comments and get on to a more serious question for you. Which would be, could you please break it down for us in terms of why have you selected this starting 11 and why have you left out certain players like Alvarez and Tsimikas on the bench? And also, if you could just break it down for us, why have you gone with Salah as your captain choice?
Thank you. Well, starting with the team, just quickly, I think, to be honest, I don't have a choice when it comes to the keepers, but really hoping Johnstone gets save points. I actually think Crystal Palace will concede there. If not, then lucky me. Happy really with Cash facing Fulham. They'll come at them, and that's where Aston Villa will really catch them. So in terms of all the Aston Villa guys, I think it's a really good fixture for them, being home and averaging at least 3 goals. So very good players to have on there. Mitoma, again, Sheffield, nothing to say, honestly. We've been lucky, honestly, with some of the returns that he's been giving us, but he is the guy who makes things happen. Things might not all go through him, but if something happens there, he'll be involved. Saliba, nothing to say, honestly. At home with Burnley, he's going to be there, not a rotation risk. Akanji, Stones is also injured, from what we've heard of Pep's press conference. Akanji's got a back injury, he's flagged, but 75% to play. I think City will, having ball possession in that game, they should have a clean sheet. And Chelsea, really, their attack is bad. You saw even the game against Tottenham with 9 men, they were actually struggling to get that breakthrough goal to make it 2-1. So in the midfield, when it comes to Bowen and Gordon, again, Bowen, same as Mitoma, things happen with him. It's at home as well, so it's a good fixture for him. And then you got Gordon, Callum Wilson can't play every game. He shifted to the centre forward role and scored in that game against Arsenal. So he's honestly a speedy player in that front line. He can break that defense at Bournemouth when they press up against them and make things happen as well. So whether he's playing on the wing or in the centre, honestly, he's the reason why I can bench Alvarez, because he's got a better fixture, one against Alvarez. In terms of Chelsea, their defense is better compared to their striker. So it's really Gordon versus Alvarez in terms of fixture. Alvarez hasn't been returning, Gordon has. So in terms of form and fixture, Gordon wins that one. And then when it comes to Tsimikas, we've seen recently he is a bit of a rotation risk. Not saying that he's going to be on the bench every time, but regardless of whether or not Akanji is going to play or not play, I'd rather take that risk of him being on my starting 11. That way I know I can secure that clean sheet at Chelsea. And if he doesn't play, I've got Tsimikas, who will definitely come in. I do believe he will. But when it comes to looking at the fixture, Brentford against Liverpool, I think Akanji versus Chelsea will win that in terms of, I think Mbeumo will have a dent into Liverpool's back line, who have been a bit leaky sometimes. So also considering they're coming from Europe, so I think Akanji is a better option there. And then when it comes to captaincy, Salah's honestly the safe option, and I've just stuck it on there. But in all honesty, I really am looking at other people to captain, including Haaland, but I do not want to captain Salah or Haaland. I literally do not want to. So don't be surprised if I end up captaining somebody else on my midfield. I am looking at Matoma and Gordon. Watkins I haven't been looking at just because of his form, but the fixture does agree. But yeah, if honestly not Salah or Haaland, it might be on Matoma or Gordon.
Lies, but thank you.
Okay, thank you guys.